Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Phindile Nkosi, and if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below and don't forget to share this video with your loved one. So today I'll be showing you how to do this beautiful Faux Locs using Brazilian wool. So I'll be starting with freshly washed hair, and then we start with the middle parting. Okay, so we parted the hair into 4 sections. I went ahead and did the back part of my head offline. So now I'll be doing the third section. So for parting, I decided not to use gel, but you can go ahead and use gel if you want. I think the lines can be slick if you use gel. Start by picking 6 pieces of the hair for the first part of this hairstyle. And then you part your hair into 3 parts, and then you start braiding your own hair. And then you add the first piece, and then you braid again 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you add the second piece, and then you braid again 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you add the other piece, the last piece, and then you braid again. You braid the length that you want. Okay, that's it. And then now you start preparing to wrap the hair again. And then you select 10 pieces of the Brazilian wool. You stretch it a bit so that you can be able to work with it easily. And then you hold your hair. You start wrapping at the bottom so that it flashes with your hair. But don't make it too tight, because this hairstyle can be very painful. Don't make it too tight. And then you start wrapping, covering the braid that you just did. You wrap around. Don't make it too tight. It won't unravel. Just don't make it too tight, because it can be very painful. You won't be able to do anything. I remember the first time I did it, I had a headache because I wrapped it too tight, and it was very pretty. I know now it looks a bit loose, but then the looser the better. You won't get headaches. And then you wrap until the certain length that you want. To lock the hair, you have to separate a small portion. Don't make it too small, or else it will snap, or too big, or else it will unravel. Just make it small, but not too small. And then that's how you wrap it. And that's it. It won't unravel. And then you take your scissors and cut the ends, the hair that you do not need, the extra hair. You cut it off. That's it, guys. This is how it's supposed to be. You see how loose it is? I promise you, it won't unravel. To the other side of the head, just to show you the process again. Start by dividing the hair into 3 parts, and then you start plaiting. And you add the first piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you add the next piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you add another piece, the last piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can move the braid to a comfortable position so that you can continue braiding, and then you braid down to the length that you want. This doesn't matter, guys. Wherever you stop, you're still gonna wrap anyway. Now you hold your head down, and then you start wrapping closer to your scalp so that it doesn't look too loose, but don't make it too tight again, because it can be very painful. So you wrap around the braid, you wrap until you get to the length that you want. Continue wrapping. I tried making equal boxes when parting the hair, guys, but it was really proving to be difficult. Yeah, but it really looked very nice at the end. So this is how I parted, making boxes. Let's go through the process again just to be sure. So you separate the hair into 3 parts, and then you start plaiting. They don't have to be equal, guys. Remember, this braid is going to be hidden. 1, 2, 3, 4. You add the first piece, and then you start braiding. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you add the next piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you add another piece, the last piece. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you bring it to a comfortable position, and then you start braiding to the length that you want. So you can actually stop anywhere from this point, because we're going to wrap around the braid and you won't see any of it. So you start wrapping at the bottom. Make sure that it flushes with your scalp, but remember, I said not too tight. It won't unravel, so not too tight. So you wrap to the certain length that you want. You just wrap. Just wrap around the braid to the certain length that you want, and then you tie at the end. So tying is very simple. You just take out a small portion of the hair, you separate it from the entire hair, and then you wrap around the braid. You wrap around the braid, and then you create a knot just like this, and then you continue wrapping around the braid until you don't have hair. It's not going to unravel again, I said. So you take a scissor, and then you cut off the excess hair. So this is it, guys. You see, it's not too tight. Just again, so you divide the hair into 3 parts, and then you start plaiting 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you add the first piece, and you plait again 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you add the next piece, and then you plait again 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you add the last piece, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you move the braid to a comfortable position so that you can plait to the certain length that you want. That's it. And then you take the wrapping braid. Remember, it's 10 pieces. So you wrap around the braid. You wrap around it to the certain length that you want. And then you tie at the end. You take out a small portion of the hair and then you wrap it around the braid. And you create a knot. You wrap again. You can create as many knots as you want, but even one is enough. And then you wrap and cut the excess hair. Yo, I was so happy here, guys. Last braid and all. So we do the process again for the last time. Divide the hair into 3 sections and you start plaiting 1, 2, 3, 4, and you add the first piece and then you plait 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you add another piece and you plait 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you add the last piece 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you move the braid to a comfortable position and you plait to the length that you want. So you can stop anywhere here, because remember we're going to wrap around the braid. And you take the wrapping hair and then you start wrapping at the root of the head. And then you just wrap around the braid, covering the entire braid. Make sure the braid is covered, guys, or else it's gonna look crazy. And then you wrap until you reach the length that you want. And then you tie at the end by separating a small portion of the hair and wrapping around the braid. Wrap around the braid, create a knot, and continue wrapping until you don't have hair. You can create as many knots as you want. And then you cut the excess hair. So that's it, guys. In total, I have 24 braids. I used 2.5 pack of hair. This style took me approximately 2 hours. I left a little hair in front on purpose so that I can make baby hairs. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down below. And please subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.